Studio 119A in New York. It's the Day Show with Mr. Silva. Today, Mr. Silva welcomes guest sidekick, me, Ethan Hsieh, and the New York State diving champion, Rachel Yang. And now here's your host, Mr. Silva.
Woo! Oh, all right. Oh, wow. Holy cow. All right, that was very abrupt, a little scary. Hello, and welcome to the Day Show. I'm your host, Mr. Silva. We've got a great show for you today. This time I mean it, right, guys? Yeah. All right. But first, joining me in studio is my guest sidekick, Ethan Hsieh. Ethan, how you doing? How you doing today?
Good, man.
Yeah. All right, very good. So we got a couple things to talk about today, right? So first of all, last week there was the fashion show. Did you? Oh boy, children. All right. Follow me here, camera one.
Oh, am I late?
Yeah, but you're not mic'd, so this doesn't. We can't hear you, so it's kind of useless. Here you are sabotaging the show again, Dev. All right, Dev, just sit over here.
All right.
Oh,
they just got this new lunch.
Yeah. No, sit down.
It's not that bad.
All right. Anyway,
I guess you're sitting on the mic.
Oh,
the mic there. Whatever.
You want some?
Sure.
Mr. Silva, you want some?
I don't.
These are really good.
I don't want to eat that, Dev. Anyway, the fashion show. It happened this weekend. Did you happen to go to the fashion show?
Nope.
You're kind of a fashionable guy. I see you wearing the sandals every day. You really commit. You really commit to the look.
Actually, fun story is, I just hate wearing sneakers. And then I took lifeguarding last year. The perfect excuse to walk in without sandals.
You know, I noticed you have some food in your mouth, and that's what the folks at home want. They want to hear people talking with food in their mouth, right? That's what we want.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people pay good money for that.
Again, you're not mic'd. Again, you're not mic'd, so this is basically a waste. But all right, I really think we should probably start this over.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, whatever. We had stuff that we were actually going to do, but we're just gonna skip it.
Shaka bruh.
All right. Anyway, what I was going to say to the folks at home is that, Ethan, you and I, we both commit to our style. Like you commit to the, the surfer dude, swimmer dude look, and I commit to the black shirt and jeans.
I mean, you know what? You do you, man. Hopefully we'll hold a fashion show for your own style.
Ooh, a fashion show for our own styles. I like the sound of that. Maybe somebody in here can cook one of those videos up. We'll see. A fashion show right here in room 119A. We'll see if that happens.
Roll out the red carpet, maybe?
Ooh, yeah. All right, so we have a really important guest today. Our very own junior swimming diver, Rachel Yang, right? You know Rachel? Rachel, yeah. Come on, give her a round of applause. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah. Do you know Rachel?
Yeah, I swim with her brother.
You're a swimmer, right? So you're in the whole swimming world. So you're kind of a good sidekick here to help out with that interview in a couple minutes. I really appreciate you coming by and being a part of that. All right. So before we have Rachel out for our interview, I want to show off a video produced by one of our students here, Amanda Lee. Scholastic Art and Writing is a competition that we participate in every year here in the video production studio. And Amanda just submitted this animation video to Scholastic, and we hope it goes over very well. You might actually even recognize a voice in this video. So yeah, let's cue that up.
This is it. The game is coming to a close. He's down to a few cards now. I have to play this strategically, or else I'll lose. What will poor, helpless little Ryan do now? I thought he had used all his +4s. It's alright, because at least now he has none left. I have the last +4. Go on, draw 12. Huh? What do you mean, what color? Hold on. Wait, okay, don't panic. I have a 75% chance on picking the right color, and he's counting on the 25% chance I get his color. Yeah. Based on the history of the game, the most used color was... I got it. Blue.
didn't look like it came in, so all right, there we go. All right, well, welcome back. My guest today is a junior here at Jericho High School who recently won a state title in diving. T.T.
Yeah, baby.
Advanced the teleprompter. Here to tell us more about her achievements and the sport of diving, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rachel Yang. Woo! Rachel, please come on in, take a seat, put that microphone on. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for coming down. Really appreciate it. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
What do you think of our little setup here?
I love it.
It's kind of neat,
so
right?
cute.
It's kind of neat. So, congratulations, first of all, on winning a state title. I mean, you are a state champion in diving. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, very incredible. I mean, let's give her another round of applause for, that wonderful achievement. So, how do you do that? Like, what is? I understand sports like hockey or basketball or something. You score points by getting a ball into a net or a puck into a net or something. But how does diving work exactly?
So there's different types of meets. So there's a 6 dive meet and there's also 11 dive meet. The one at States was 11 dive meet, so you have to do 11 different dives and you can't repeat the same one. And the judges score from 0 to 10.
Are you like practicing these dives prior to going to do the dive? Are they like telling you that day, like these are the dives you have to do? Like, how does that work?
Oh, you get to choose your dives, and during the meet, in the beginning, you have a allotted time slot for your first 5 dives, and then they have a break, and you do your another 3, and then the last 3.
And how many judges are there?
Like around 5 or 7. I really don't remember.
And I mean, they're just sort of like basing your dive off of technique, or like they're just looking at it. Or does it have to do with like the size of your splash, or how does this work exactly?
Some different judges look at different things. Like some of them would look at your height. I know for the boys they mainly look at height because they give.
So how high you jump off the
Yeah.
diving board?
Yeah, and then
matters.
how like clean it is, I guess. Because if you like, let's say one of the pike. The forms is like you with your knees like straight and you have to touch your toes. But if someone has their knees bent, they probably would take off points.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, there's also platform diving, right?
Yeah.
Where the diving board doesn't bounce around. Do you do any of that kind of diving as well, or that's
I
different?
used to, but I was too scared to do it. Also, my facility, the pool I go to, does not have a platform.
Okay, cool. So how long have you been diving? Because I feel like this is a sport you probably have to practice for many, many years in order to get good at it. So what's your story? Like, how did you get into it? How did you get started?
I don't know, like, cause my dad was also a diver. He was a diver for the Chinese national team.
Oh.
Under my current coach. So one day he just decided to bring me and my brother both to like the pool just to have fun.
So you were like an infant, and he's just like, wee, like throwing
Yeah.
you up, like, really?
With the floaties and everything.
Oh, so you've been practicing this since you basically, like, before you could walk?
Yeah. No, not before I could walk. Like maybe when I was like 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. And you like diving, I presume.
Yeah.
And you're pretty good at it. So.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So you brought a couple of photos and some clips, and I want to show them. We're going to kind of like narrate over these a little bit. So, Gabby, if you can cue up. So this is you mid-dive, correct?
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy. Do you do gymnastics as well? Have you ever done gymnastics? I feel like
I've done it when I was like I've done it for like 2 weeks before I was diving, but it was just basically like 5-year-olds dancing in front of a mirror. So I don't think it was
we got another couple photos here. What do you got there? Okay, so what was this? What's happening in this picture?
I thought it was really funny. I was like looking through Newsday to see if they had any photos from the state meet, and that was like after my last dive, I got a really good score, and I was really happy with it. And like I made it really.
You look
clean
pretty
and
pumped. You're like I feel like that should be in like a Gatorade commercial, like in front of like a Wheaties. Show that again, like a Wheaties box, you know. Like
I feel
a
like that'd be
champion.
like a poster. For
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe a sports brand like Speedo.
Yeah.
Just like
Show us the next photo there. So what's happening here?
Oh, that was me going after they were like announcing the podium and things. I was shaking everyone's hand because in aside from high school diving, there's also USA diving for like the country. And so whenever people get first in those, they always shake their hands. So I shook their hands.
Oh, all right, cool. And now this this meet that you went to though was just for states, right? And what was the date of it?
Like November 20 something.
Right before Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
right?
right before
And this was just for states though?
Yeah, just for
Just for states. And so, like, so I really don't understand anything about how this is scored. I really don't know anything about. I apologize, but I don't know anything about the sport of diving. But like, in order to earn this title, like how by what margins did you beat the competition? Like, how is that scored? Like, what does that look like? How does that actually shake out? Like, can you explain that?
Yeah.
The way how it works?
Since there's like 5 to 7 judges, I think there was 5. So each 5 judges give their scores. Like, let's say it's like 7, 7.5, 6, 6.5. They take out the highest score and the lowest score, and then they add the 3 scores up, and then multiply it by the dive difficulty, and that was the total points for the dive. So, and then you add all of the dives together.
Because from what I understand, what you achieved at that meet was like stratospheric. Like, it was something that hadn't been done in a really, really long time. Like, you're kind of modest about what you did with this diving title, but like, it was really, really special. I mean, am I making anything up here, or
No.
No, it was like, I mean, I heard that the last person to do what you did competed in the Olympics. Is that accurate?
Yeah, because I think I saw the records, and there was like an Olympic symbol next to it, and I didn't really pay attention to what they said.
That's a really big deal. Like, I don't. Is there anything that you could add? Like, can you clarify and explain?
I don't remember what they said, and this is me quoting from Newsday. They said, like, I broke the state, federation, and meet records, but
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Round of applause for that. I mean, right? I mean, that's really,
Mr. Silva,
really
did
cool.
you know that she's actually our 2nd state champion for like swimming and diving in total of our history here?
History. When was the
Yeah.
last champion?
I
that we had
believe it was like 20 years ago, maybe.
here? Okay.
Like, we've had people who go to states, but you know, we don't have any like current or recent state champions.
Part of a legacy here
Actually,
at Jericho.
the closest person to becoming a state champion in the recent years was a swimmer called Tyler Walters, who only had placed 6th out of the current state swimmers.
Cool. Wow, that's crazy. Now we have some clips also. Gabby, if you want to cue up the clip. All right. So in this clip, we hear the diver talking to you and like actually
Rachel,
explaining what you should be diving, like how you should be diving, right?
Oh, that's the
1.5
announcer.
somersault.
The announcer is
Pike.
like everyone's
2,
diving for
4.
them.
So that's typical.
Yeah.
So you're just learning in that moment what you're going to be doing?
Oh, no. They give us a sheet, but they just announce it just in case there's something on the sheet.
That's crazy. I mean, it looks like I'm watching the Olympics. It's kind of insane. Show the next one.
Oh yeah, this one was my final dive, I think. The one I came out the water screaming like a Gatorade commercial.
That's cool. So again, congratulations. I mean, it's so cool. It's really, really impressive. The dive is like, I mean, the splash is like tiny.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have like a pre-game ritual thing? Like, is there something that you do to get yourself into like a head space before you go and dive? It seems like an intense like thing. It's performance, but it's sport. It's it's very, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, like I said, do you think the Olympics is something that is in store for you, or you're not really focused on that?
I'm not really focused on it. I'm just using diving to get into college, and maybe that's it.
Oh, all right.
Let's go.
No, but I'm definitely thinking about going to a D1 school and competing for like the national college.
Cool.
league.
It's something you enjoy. It's something you want to do a little
Yeah.
bit longer. And we've only talked about diving, but what are some other interests of yours that you have? What else do you do when you're not diving?
Oh, I should have brought them, but I 3D print because I got a 3D printer over COVID, and I've been 3D printing things for like my team members on diving.
So you're into engineering. You're one of the folks that hang down here in the Nexus with Mr. Dalen and Mr. Herbert.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
didn't
very
have
good.
enough electives, but I just pop in their
Are
class.
you going to be studying engineering when you go to college, you think?
I want to go pre-med because I feel like engineering has a lot of coding, and I hate coding.
Well, maybe you'll get into the part of medicine where we'll be printing 3D hearts and stuff like that for future future medical procedures. Anyway, Rachel, it's so awesome having you. Thank you so much for coming. This is really fun. It was really interesting learning a little more about diving, and we're all really, really proud of you. It's a tremendous accomplishment, and you definitely downplay it a little bit. You're very humble, but again, congratulations. It's really a wonderful achievement. So thank you so much for coming. Let's give Rachel another round of applause. Thank you so much. And thank you to Ethan for coming out, being our guest sidekick today. So that's our show for today, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Yeah. Come on out.